Welcome back to another episode of Meant to Vent. It's Wednesday again, and I'm your boy Jaime, bringing you that Wednesday, middle of the week, hump day vent session. You know what it is. Do you know what day it is? It's hump day. It's that midweek. We're bringing it to you once again. And I'm going to start off with some little health topics. I think it's important. I think you should try to get some vegetables whenever you can, or some kind of vitamins or supplements of some sort that'll help your vitals, and do a little exercise, even mental exercise, because mental exercise is just as important. You get your mental strong, and your body will be strong too. It's all like that temple, the mind, body, and soul. You know, because the reason I bring that up is because I've been reading some articles about some places they call blue zones. And if you're not familiar with the blue zones, it's these places where people live like over 100 years old, like that's their average age. Like they're living in the triple digits, like it's just nothing. That's just the way they do it. And so I was just reading, and it shows their diets. They started making these cookbooks out there, starting to capitalize on it now. Because this guy went through and he traveled through where these people are from, and well, he went to all the different places. There's a bunch of them. There's one that, like, I think in Korea, like wherever like Mr. Miyagi was from the Karate Kid. I think it was like Okinawa was one of the places or something. And there's all these places, and they all had he noticed that everybody had these like four basic elements of their diets, and there was like beans, greens, whole grains, and like nuts. And so it was like different varieties of all that stuff, and stuff. And so it was a real interesting article, and it was just showing how the way they, it sounds pretty bland of ingredients to have, throughout your life, like all I gotta eat is nuts and beans and what I'm saying, like. But I guess these recipes that they have in these cookbooks make them pretty damn good. I guess they make the food seem good. Some of it sounded like I wouldn't mind trying some of it, but I wouldn't be all the way sold. I would still want some chicken or something, like make some of that on the side with some chicken. But I'm just saying, it still was pretty interesting. I suggest you check it out. But the blue zones, yeah, man, it's pretty nuts. And speaking of pretty nuts, Carol Baskins made the news again. Man, I guess they fucking won't let it stop. They won't let this tiger saga go away. This tiger phenomenon, this tiger franchise now. And it surpassed Tiger Woods probably. Who knows? But anyways, Carol Baskins made the news again. They picked her for Dancing with the Stars. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be crazy, dude. If I'm gonna see so many fucking tiger striped fucking outfits, I'm gonna be fucking disgusted on the TV, man. It'll be like glittered sequins, fucking tiger stripe shit. And then she's gonna come out there and dance, and you're gonna see her big eared husband sitting in the crowd, cheering his butt off, throwing flowers at her or something crazy. I'm putting a bet on that. Hands down. I'm putting a prop bet on that. He's gonna throw some fucking flowers at her, I guarantee. Like probably like every two dances if she makes it that far. The crowd will probably love her. Like, because she'll come out in her tiger shit, and then they're all gonna be like, "We love her." It's gonna be some crazy shit. But I'm saying I'm gonna be fucking annoyed by all these tiger dresses if it's gonna be all these tiger dresses if they let her. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna let her. That's probably part of the deal. She was like, if I get to wear, my what outfits I get to pick, and they were like, well, just sign here, lady. Just sign here. And apparently Joe Exotic caught ear of this, so now he's trying to retaliate. And I guess he already had like an underwear line, but he made a new underwear line, like some boxers with his face on them, and that's like his retaliation. While like while she's doing this Dancing with the Stars, that's him to try to stay relevant or try to be, try to one up her or some shit. And that's crazy that he went with the underwear with his face on him. So it makes me think that he's probably having a little too much fun while he's in prison right now. If he's got time to launch an underwear line, that's all I'm saying. He's probably having a little too much exotically fun. Round round. So people were asking, with all this like sensitivity stuff going on with all these movements and whatnot, people are asking for certain products to get taken down. They wanted like Uncle Ben's and like the Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Buttersworth and all that stuff like that, which is bomb ass syrup, by the way, and good ass rice. And so if they go off the shelves, like Master P's trying to cash in, man, this dude's making like everything. I'm waiting for like he's got his own food brands. He's got like shoes. He had like fucking I don't even know. I think he had like 400 rap artists on his album in the '90s. Like when we was kids, it seemed like he had like every rapper alive. Like every rapper that was just coming out. Like he was just like, I think he was like cloning people everywhere just to make rap albums and shit. And it was just like a Master P album like every week. Don't forget to see next week. And he'd be like, a new album, and he was like, another album, and it was crazy as hell, man. Like he was just making records like crazy. And then he went to like clothes, and now he's got shoes, and now he wants food. Now he's got his own food brand, and he's already got it. He's got like ramen noodles, and he's got like fucking like rice and syrups and all that kind of stuff. He's got his own food brand, like chips, everything, like a whole line of food. And he wants to replace Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima's with some Master P food. It's kind of crazy, like when you're gonna eat your food and be like, you know, it's so good. If it is that good, it'll make you say, like I'd be funny as hell, like in the commercial. Like that would have to be the selling point, eventually. And to the kids that wouldn't understand, you know, if they didn't know about him back in the day. But yeah, he's trying to replace the food. I think it's hilarious. Master P food. What do you guys think about that? Master P food. Yeah, I'm surprised he don't got like a pharmaceutical company coming out next. He'd be like Master P cold medicine, like Master P 44. You know, Master P 44 Formula D, or Formula P since he's Master P. Oh, you got a cold? Got the sniffles? Here's some Formula 4P. Formula 44P from Master P's cold medicine. Coming soon to a shelf near you. So I was messing around on YouTube, and then I was on Twitter, and I saw this video that was going around. It was this, I guess it was some auditions going around for some musical, and it was some like big musical that comes around from, I think, the movie from like Heathers or something. I'm not familiar with it, but they were taking like singing auditions and video auditions and stuff like that. So this one young woman, she decided to, record her audition. And while she was doing this, she was, her mom, I guess, was up in the attic and cleaning stuff, or cleaning, doing some work, doing some stuff, doing some mom stuff or whatever, And she's trying to do her audition at the same time. So she can hear her mom, like through the ceiling. And she's trying to keep her composure and, hit all her notes, be like, la, la, hit all her shit. And the whole time she can hear her mom. And so she's trying to keep her face, but then all of a sudden she starts breaking it. Like she can't keep her cool no more. Like you see her like doing these faces, you could see her, her composure just switching it up, just like a light switch, just like, or not even a light switch, just like the thermometer, just like anchoring up higher and higher. You know what I'm saying? And so she's getting annoyed. She keeps singing, she keeps her cool like a pro would do. And then next thing you know, her mom falls right through the ceiling. I mean, collapses right through. I mean, it was so epic. It was karma. If you ask me, I think that girl that was singing, no offense, I'm just saying, for funny purposes, I think she was a witch. I think she had like magical powers. I think when she got annoyed by her mom, she like pulled some craft shit back in, like from the craft back in the day. Like she just got all pissed off, and then fucking like she just made the ceiling just weaken, and her mom fucking fell through. And then she was like, now I'm gonna sing. Now let me sing. You know what I'm saying? And she probably got her audition done then. I bet you she got it done then. I'll be watching my back if I was her though. I'll be carrying some. I don't even know. Garlic wouldn't work. I guess that's for vampires. I'm just saying. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd have to look some shit up. Because I'd be keeping an extra eye open. I'd be sleeping like I don't even know if I'd sleep anymore. Because I would have known, like, after seeing the video, I would have thought she was a witch. I would have been like, man, put this on some paranormal videos and shit. Because I done seen there's some telekinesis going on. So if you're watching her audition tape out there and she still sends it out, I'd give her the job if I was you, because I wouldn't want nothing to happen to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, okay, you got it. You got it. After that, just better give it a job. You better just do it. So I was looking around, looking at some different news around different states and all around the places that just kind of caught my interest. I was just looking for some cool news articles and whatnot. And I found this really funny one that I just thought I would share with you guys. It was really funny. I guess in Malaysia, there was a stray dog running around, and these people decided to grab this stray dog and spray paint it like a tiger. They gave it tiger stripes, yo, and they put this dog, and he just like wandered around. People got mad and like because it was like animal abuse or some shit. But I could see if you did some kind of like animal safe type products, but apparently they used like spray paint and tagged this dog up like a tiger. And I was like, man, I felt bad for the dog, but it looked really funny. I was laughing really hard. I'm still laughing about it because it does look funny, but it is mean. You know what I'm saying? You got them things that are funny, even though they're mean, but they are still funny regardless of them being mean. When they're mean and funny, You can safely laugh at those. I mean, in my rule book, anyways. Man, you guys remember that old ass Nokia phone? It was like that blue and gray phone. It was like that one first old school cell phones you got back in the day. It was like that little. It was like one of the cooler. It started with like when the phone started getting cool again. Well, anyways, like it's like the 20-year anniversary of that. I think the model was like the 3310, the Nokia 3310. But I don't know if you guys remember that. And it's just like 20 years ago. That was like one of the big phones, man. It wasn't like you got internet. You didn't get no internet. You could text everybody. You can call everybody. But shit, it was crazy as hell because you couldn't text anybody with a good keyboard on it. You had to fucking be like 555 to 444 to get the fucking number you wanted or whatever, just to text somebody and shit. But it also had a cool game on there. You could play the snake game. And the snake game, everybody remembers the snake game. That shit was funny as hell, man. But it's a 20-year anniversary to that. And a big shout out to the fucking Nokia phone, even though I don't use Nokia anymore. But that was pretty funny back in the day. Everybody had one of those. And then they all started evolving back in the day. That'd be pretty cool if them phones still had that walkie-talkie feature. Because then, like, people that didn't pay their cell phone bill could still communicate. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about late charges because you could just be like, be on my channel. And then you could still communicate with the ones that was important to you. So if you still had that chirping shit, I think it was like Nextel. And you'd hit your phone on the side, and they'd be like, burp, burp, and you can call people on the radio. It was like a walkie-talkie and a cell phone. But it was like fucking, it weighed like 10 pounds, though. It was like heavy as shit, and it was a little-ass phone. But that thing was like heavy as hell. But that feature would be cool. But just for people like that couldn't have, like I said, if you was late on the phone bill and they shut your shit off, you could still contact somebody. Like, psh, that's how you knew somebody didn't have their phone bill paid too. There'd just be a big giveaway. You'd be like, what's going on? Chirp, chirp. Hit you on the radio signal and just blow their signal all the way up. Blow their own signal like, I'm busted, my shit ain't paid, you know what I'm saying? But we're still talking. So anyways, where you at? No. And what you doing? In some other funny news I found a man from Australia decided to start a business. And he even made a website, I guess, and started using his social media first. And he decided to have a rent-a-daddy business. You got it right, people. He said, you can be a rent-a-daddy. So apparently he made an ad and everything. And I happen to have this ad that I will share with you. This is the ad from his business called Rent-A-Dad. Or Rent-A-Daddy, I'm sorry. A Rent-A-Daddy. That just even sounds wrong. Especially with all this fucking rumors of that pedophile shit going on. You can rent a daddy. That shit's just wrong right now. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just over, maybe I watch too much of that shit. Because I just think it's wrong. Rent-A-Daddy. I don't know. What you think? Rent-A-Daddy. Coming to a town near you. But right now it's in Australia, so we're safe. Watch your children. As my man Will says, watch your children. Okay, so here's the ad. Has your baby daddy been acting up? Are you tired of him playing games? Does he put drugs and his mates before your kids and you? Get yourself a rent-a-daddy. And it's legit. Y'all can look it up. That's pretty funny, man. Rent-a-daddy. That's just be funny, you know what I'm saying? Like if you had a business card and you met somebody, just out of the blue, and you just wanted to give them your number, but all you had was the rent-a-daddy cards. That probably ruined your whole game. It ruined the whole, she ain't calling you, man. Or maybe she's a freak, maybe she is. Like, why they call him daddy? Or see what something like that, but maybe not. I'm thinking more knots. There'll be probably more knots than there'll be some few weirdos. The ones that do call you, I'd be looking up them and checking their background because maybe there's something wrong with them because your shit said rent-a-daddy. Like, I don't know what that'd be. It could be like a pimp card. I would think it was a pimp card. He's like, oh, we should discuss some finances. Here's my card. And you see Rent-A-Daddy. I'm like, oh, man. I'd be like, yeah, thanks, man. And when you turn around, flicking right over my shoulder, I ain't holding on to that shit. You got the wrong one. I ain't the one, man. I happen to be excited right now. Because apparently we're less than 2 weeks of the NFL starting, and I'm fucking amped up. I don't even care, man. I'm super hyped. If nothing happens, I'm knocking on wood all over the place every time I get a chance because I can't wait for football to start. And I'm just excited around that time, man. Fall's coming, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I know they're going to politicize the whole fucking sport, which I'm not fucking happy about. I know they're going to do that dumb shit. But I have a feeling, because they already stated it. There's already articles going out like where they're going to put fucking statements in the end zone and doing all this stuff for all this shit. I just wish they could just leave the sports to sports, but, and I don't mean to sound, I guess it sounds like a selfish, but I'm only coming from a fan. I'm not coming from anything else. Like, just because I just want the sports to be what they are, but I understand when people got to use their platforms, because you can reach more people, and I understand all that stuff, but that's just the selfish man in me. That's all it is. So I guess they're going to do stuff in the end zones, and I think they're going to do stuff on the helmets or maybe the cleats, because I remember they used to do cleats, like causes on cleats or some shit like that back in the day, like last year, and they were doing that for a while. So I think they're going to do stuff like that. I don't know what they're going to do on the jerseys or whatever, but yeah, I think they're going to over-politicize it. But as long as football is football, I'll be happy. I can get past that maybe. I don't know. I'm going to see how it goes visually. I hope it don't just like overbear the game. Like, I hope it just don't overbear football. Like, because like baseball's starting right now and other sports are going on. NBA is going on. And it didn't overbear too much in NBA. The action was the action. It was going down. It's fun. It's pretty weird with the crowd shit. Watching a TV screen crowd and whatnot. But it's pretty cool. Like, the angle of the screen looks better as far as the NBA action. So that's working pretty good. Baseball is still the boring-ass game. And they're talking already moving it down to 7 games, which would be awesome because that's when the 7th game stretch comes anyways. That's when they got to make sure everybody's still awake in the game. They're like, all right, everybody, here we go. And that's why they got the guys selling beer at a baseball game yelling their asses off because they got to wake people up. They're like, come get the beer. And you're like, oh, because they're like fucking, it's like 2-2 in the fucking like 14th inning. You know what I'm talking about. And some games are badass, but not all games are badass. But it'd be cooler if the games were shorter because then the 2-2 would have been done a long time ago. You done sat through 2 games. 9 innings is a long time when the game ain't doing nothing. So that's why they have those guys at the ballparks yelling at you because it's just to wake some of the people sleeping up. So don't get mad at them guys. That's just their job. They got to keep you all alive and awake to watch the game that put you back to sleep. But yeah, I'm hoping that fucking the game ain't too different. Like I'm hoping they don't over politicize it where they do some dumb shit like at halftime. Like, everybody at halftime, register to vote. Here's the fucking code you can text and register to vote at halftime. I'll be like fucking mad as hell. Or like, at halftime, we're going to see all these volunteers, that just drank like fucking all this beer at fucking tailgating to draw blood. Like, we're going to give blood at halftime. Like, what happened to the youngsters playing on football games when you go there, man? I want to see that shit. I don't want to see the fucking people drawing blood and fucking registering to vote. What the hell? But if you're going to have something interesting, I don't know, man. Make it crazy. Like, have somebody, like, volunteer their significant other to be, like, voluntarily assaulted by an active player. Like a real tackle. That would be some cool shit. Like, if they sign a waiver. Don't just do a political shit. I don't want to fucking have to vote at halftime. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with the game is all I'm saying. Just don't fuck with the game. Do what you got to do on that part. But just don't change that shit. So we're getting close. This hot-ass summer. I don't know how it is for everybody where you're at, but I had a really hot, humid, muggy summer, and it kind of was pretty shitty. I mean, no, it was, it had fun, but the weather was just not that comfortable. You know what I mean? And it's almost coming to an end. Fall's coming, and I'm kind of excited about it because it's real pretty around here, seeing the leaves change color, and Halloween's on the way. And I'm really excited about this year because it's on a weekend for once. Halloween is actually on a Saturday this year. And for people that have children and all that stuff, it's probably awesome because sometimes it's always on a weekday and you're working and the kids are all like pacing at the house waiting for you to go because they don't always have a relative or a grandparent or someone or a sibling that's old enough to take them on their own. And so being on a Saturday, man, it's this is going to be a great year for Halloween for everybody, And I'm just concerned because of all this, bullshit going on. Hopefully we can get a grasp on things so kids can have an awesome Halloween, especially being that's on a holiday. And even the grown-ups like myself that love Halloween, man, I love Halloween. It's a blast. All the Halloween parties that can happen on the weekend. And I'm expected to be invited to some, so y'all remember what's up. No. And so, yeah, man, I'm excited for it to be on a Saturday, and I'm sure a lot of people are just like me. And We'll see what happens with the trick-or-treating, how we're going to do it, how it's going to work. I'm sure there's going to be a process. We got a lot of time. Everybody can be preparing now. Prepare to have your clean Halloween candy bag so you can just throw it at the kid if you don't want them to come to your door. You can just have somebody standing out there, and maybe you have a young kid come over that has a good shoulder so you don't hurt yourself. Or buy one of them fucking rubber band slingshots and just fling candy at the kids. Just fucking pull the rubber band back, launch the candy bag, hook everybody up. That way you can still social distance and everybody can still have a Halloween. And then at nighttime, we can have the Halloween adult social distancing Halloween parties. And we'll be wearing masks all night. You know what I'm saying? Sort of. You know what I'm saying? We got to move into drink and shit. But, so yeah, I'm excited about Halloween being on a Saturday. I just hope it goes down. I don't know about you guys. I hope it fucking goes down. There's going to be a lot of funny costumes this year because 2020's been a hell of a. If you agree with me, this year's been wild, if anything, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of funny, interesting costumes, and I'm excited to see them all. Those are my favorite. You and the people watching, the costume watching on Halloween. Wondering how I made it out these crazy days. All eyes on us. All we got is us. All eyes on us. So yeah, that was from my early days with me and my brother. This just it. I was given the opportunity to interview our president. Not only the president, our president. Yes, the president, Mr. Trump. And I hope you guys enjoy because I had a small briefing. I wasn't able to put himself on the camera, but he did visit the Mentivin studios, and I got to bring you this little. I had a short time, so I had to get these questions out. I had to take like 49 tests and like all this kind of questioning and background checks. They had pictures of my family and my next of kin. It was crazy. I had to get blood drawn. It was fucking bananas. It was crazy. I had to like get my dogs locked up, and so. I can't show him, but I'm going to show you the interview as well. I'm allowed to show the interview, but just not him. So here we go. So, tell me about some things. Like I watched your speech the other day, and I was pretty impressed. I was like pretty shocked. It was fun. It was entertaining. You were saying all these things you accomplished. So like, tell me some things about yourself, or like some of the things that you've been having fun doing as you've been our president.
Today I stand before the United Nations General Assembly.
Should I stand?
To share the extraordinary progress we've made.
Do I?
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I sneezed, man.
Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay.
So, as we continue, I might have some more questions for you, sir. So, a lot of people are always like pointing blames on everybody. Like, they blamed hurricanes on Obama. They was blaming all kinds of stuff on other presidents. Like, it was getting drastic, like things they're trying to blame. Now they're trying to blame this Fuchi Lala on you. And I'm not going to call it that. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, they're trying to blame that on you. Like, what do you think about that?
And maybe that's a question you should ask China.
Oh. My bad, dude. Like, my bad. That was allowed on the list? That question was on you said I could say that. My bad if I got you mad, man. I'm sorry.
Don't ask me. Ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Okay. What do you mean behind me? What? What? So I want to bring this back, like how, like about, I was asking you about Biden's son, how they, and then you said his dad wasn't that smart and stuff like that. Like, what were you thinking? Like when, they still let these guys with all this stuff that's available to the public, with all this dirt on them. And like, what do you think? Like they're still letting them still run for president and stuff like that. Like, what do you think? What do you got to say about that?
Look, Biden and his son are stone cold crooked, and you know it. His son walks out with millions of dollars. Don't. The kid knows nothing. You know
I don't know it.
So do we. Go ahead, ask a question.
The question, sir, was...
Well, my question was like, but I'm just trying to say, man, I didn't mean like I don't really know it. That's why I was asking you. Like, you was asking me if I really didn't know for sure if I knew it. That's why I was asking you. Like, I wasn't positive, and I thought I would get the answer from you. My bad, dude. My bad. So if you could say a message to some of them reporters that used to always just jump at you during them speeches or during them times you're trying to do a press conference and them fake news people jump in your face, which I know you don't like. If you could send a message to them right now, I don't have any subscribers right now, but if you could send a message to them right now, what would you say to them right now if you had a chance?
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
Okay, so I could agree they shouldn't be, but that was pretty cool that you got to send that message out. I appreciate you doing that, and let's continue on with the interview, shall we? I guess before you go, I was wondering if you could just hit me with a little closing statement. Just say it off the top of your mind. I know you don't have no speech prepared or anything like that, but if it's okay, I would just like you just to say anything that just comes out the top of your mind. Just let it go. Just let it go.
You know I'm totally off script right now.
Yeah, for sure.
The Green New Deal, right? Darling, is the wind blowing today? I'd like to watch television, darling. Russia, please, if you can, get us Hillary Clinton's emails. Please, Russia, please. He asked Russia to go get the emails. We're going to look into his finance. I said, where did that come from? He always talked about Russia. The Attorney General says, I'm going to recuse myself. And I said, why the hell didn't he tell me that before I put him in?
I'll just take a drink.
Russia. My wife said, you never spoke to anybody from Russia, darling.
Yeah, I know, but...
I said, that's right. President Trump is waiting for the Mueller report. He's bad. He's a bad...
I didn't say that.
He's a bad guy. But you know what I like about this? Number one, I'm in love, and you're in love. We're all in love together. We've done something that nobody's ever done. Hey, Don, how you doing? Hey, Donnie. I love you, Donnie. For 35 years now, they call Mr. President, sir. How are you? Trains to Hawaii. How do you get to Europe? We haven't figured that one out yet. We don't use airplanes anymore. He's doing well, except, of course, for the
what are we talking about?
But they are on mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. You don't get rich by sitting behind a desk, so I didn't want to do that.
I'm just trying to say something, but
I'm in the White House, and I was lonely.
Dude.
I said, let's go to Iraq.
Okay.
Okay, General Raisin Cane. How fast can... Sir.
Dude.
We can have it totally finished in 1 week.
Mr.
I
President.
said 1 week, and yet I see senators that are there for 20 years. White hair.
I'm trying to say something. Real quick.
See, I don't have white hair.
It's not, dude.
Yes, I agree.
I'm right here. It's kind of weird color.
This speech should have been delivered 1 year from now, not now. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Because they're going to grab together. They're going to say, you know, this guy's really laying for us. I should have saved the Pocahontas thing for another year.
I'm just saying.
We believe in free speech, including online and including on campus. Today I'm proud to announce that I will be very soon signing an executive order requiring colleges and universities to support free speech.
For real.
They want federal research dollars. Who does this?
I don't know.
Other countries say, get the hell out of here. They will execute the baby after birth. Donald Trump should not, under any circumstances. They're trying to take you out.
What baby?
With bullshit, okay? With bullshit.
I appreciate you swearing for me. I appreciate that. I understand it's BS going on. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, hit us with a like and subscription, and don't forget to catch us every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. See ya.